Hello, and welcome back to my double-headed challenge for 2025, where I am trying to find 200 different species of birds within Australia and 100 different species within our local government area, which is called the Tatiara. One of the joys of living in a rural area like this is that there are a lot of back roads that you can wander down. And on these back roads, you find a lot of birds. So here's a compilation of a few trips that I've taken over the past couple of weeks where I found a lot of different birds, including a couple that I didn't really expect. The back roads around where I live are quite often lined with huge gum trees. Some of them are hundreds of years old. And there's paddocks on either side where the grains were harvested back in December. Sulphur-crested cockies are one of the most common birds that you see around this area. Quite often you'll see them in the trees just sitting quietly, preening each other in their mated pairs. But then other times they're like this. Huge flocks of birds, hundreds sometimes, and they are so loud. One bird on its own is enough, but lots of them, you can barely hear yourself think. You can often see these little yellow-rumped thornbills on the sides of the roads. They're looking for grains and seeds to eat. They're very small, only about 11 centimetres or 4.5 inches in size. If you look closely, you can see the bright yellow rumps. That gives them their nickname of butterbum. Australian pipits spend most of their time on the ground. You can often see them searching for insects and seeds on the cleared paddocks. And these wary black ones are little ravens. They're searching the stubbles left from harvesting for anything that they can eat, grain or seeds or insects, or even little things like lizards and mice. They're called little, but really they're not that little. They're around 50 centimetres or 20 inches in size. This one is in a canola stubble. Now here's a bird I did not expect to see. It's a singing honeyeater. I've seen them in a number of other places, but I've never seen one before within the boundaries of our local government area, the Tatiara. It's a really great addition to the list. Red-rumped parrots, or grass parrots as we often call them, feed on the spilled grains in the cleared paddocks. The male in the centre is showing his red rump. The duller bird to the left is a female. She doesn't have a red rump. They make great prey for spotted harriers. It's a pity this one was so far away because it is one of Australia's most beautiful harriers. Hopefully, we will get some better views of them during the year, showing their brilliant coloration. I stopped here to look at some birds, and all the cows have now decided to come over and check me out, see if I've got anything to eat. Not an uncommon thing. You definitely don't want to run into these guys. These are inch ants. They are one of the biggest ants in Australia, and if you get a bite from one of these, you will really know about it. That hurts. Woolly wagtails, on the other hand, are much friendlier, and you can usually see them almost anywhere within the region. I just love seeing these yellowtails. They're large and gregarious and noisy cockatoos, and they love pine trees. Pine cones are one of their favourite foods, and their calls have been likened to squeaky doors or even rusty springs. Whatever, you can hear them for miles. They're very loud. I was happy to see this grey butcherbird, even if he was a good long way off. And the prize for the bird I least expected to see goes to this tawny-crowned honeyeater. I'm a little gobsmacked to see this one, actually. I thought they didn't get this far south, but there it was, just doing its thing on the side of the road. I had to look around for quite some time, but I couldn't see another one. This little bird had me puzzled for quite a while until I saw him with either his mum or his dad, and then I could work out what he was. And I was happy to see these first emus of the year. We probably see lots more during the year. They're pretty common around here. Oh my God, there's the undress right next to the road. I think he must be only a young one, because he's not moving very far. Can't believe he's this close. He's just on the other side of the road to me. Either mum or dad is just soaring overhead at the moment. I can see them just checking things out. This fellow's keeping a good eye on him. Oh, actually both mum and dad are up there now. That's what he's looking at. Wow, the things you see when you're out looking for birds. That is the closest I have ever been to a wild wedge-tailed eagle. It was such a thrill. Now, just before we end this week's video, I've been alerted to a couple of misidentifications in the last video. Firstly, this one that I identified as a little black cormorant is actually a great cormorant. It's a bit bigger bird and it's got a bit of yellow on it, which I didn't see. So one identification there that I got wrong. Yeah, that happens. And the second one, this one, I identified as a hoary-headed grebe. My friend says it's an Australasian grebe, but I don't know. What do you think? Leave a comment below if you think it's an Australasian, or if I'm right and it is in fact a hoary-headed grebe. I'd be interested to know what you think. Thanks for joining me again. Don't forget, if you would like to see more content like this, please hit that subscribe button. Thanks to everyone who has done that. It's been amazing to see the response that I'm getting from all over the world. It's been just fabulous, and I hope you'll keep joining me on this journey as I try to get 200 Australian species within Australia and 100 within our local government area, the Tatiara. Until next time, happy birding!